Just thought I'd take a minute to show you the level of the renovations and work that we actually do. We typically, it depends on each unit, it's all different with each unit, but you can see this one, I've ripped out one of the panels here and all the insulation. We're going to have to replace these beams and fill all these holes. That's where the leak was coming in, and redo the insulation. The roof here has been ripped down. That's going to also be filled. You know, we got to fix the patch, or patch the hole where the water's coming in, replace the insulation, replace the roofing, and try to match the texture. This floor is being ripped out. Gonna have to replace what we have to on the flooring, and then new carpeting and everything. Essentially, it just depends on the unit themselves. This particular one is really bad. This floor here is bent down as you go this way, so the boss is actually going to get a jack and jack up the end from underneath and try to level it out and put any supporting beams or anything that needs to be replaced, because this side is low. It's like kind of falling apart. You can see how the trailer is kind of splitting at the unit, at the seam here. That's because this whole side wall went down. It's lower than, it's not level. So if you're looking for a mobile home or even a house, always check like the connections and stuff, the seams of the joints at the connections on the ceiling. That can help let you know if the unit is kind of settling or what's going on with it. But in this case, the bottom is actually lower, so we have to jack it up and level that. And of course this bathroom will need to be redone too. So this is a very extensive renovation on this particular unit. Anyhow, I'm going to get back to work here. Just had a little break and decided to show you guys just the level of the work that we're doing. It's not just patching small little holes in the ceiling and in the walls and painting them. We literally gut things out and replace components as needed, of course. Just thought I'd take a minute to show you guys a level of the demo we're doing on this building to fix the broken components. I'm actually ripping up the floor right now because we're going to be putting tiles throughout everything. Probably not real tiles, although possibly ceramic tiles, but we're thinking more of this stuff, the stick-on stuff. I've already done this room here. I've ripped it all out. I don't know if you can hear the bosses in the back banging up the rear end of the trailer, because it's the main beam is like broken, rotted through. So just like here, this is all rotted through. We're gonna have to rebuild all this. Just wanted to show you the kind of work we're having to do to some of the units. The whole beam back here, this big beam that runs across, was all rotted. So we're having to replace that right now. The whole wall's been ripped open, and of course it's all rotted. So we've got to try to replace it with new beams to hold up the rear, and then jack it up, and then try to get the floor straightened out. This one's got very extensive damage to it. Of course, these mobile homes are like really old. I think most of them are about 30 to 40 years old. And they don't really generate that much income. So I think like each of these units, the boss was telling me, like they only make about $4,000 a year in rental from them, because, you know, the rent is low, and a lot of times people don't pay. They only pay for about 3 or 4 months, and then they get evicted. And then of course they stay here another 2-3 months while they're being evicted for free. And then when they leave, the place is trashed. You gotta redo it all over again. So if you're only earning about $4,000 per unit, how much money can you sink into fixing it? How much are you gonna want to sink into fixing it? So that's what the situation is at this mobile home park. They do try to, you know, repair and restore them, which, you know, the units I've worked on from, you can see the glue on there holding me down. The units that I've worked on so far, I think, you know, they look pretty decent when we leave. But usually when we come in, this is kind of what we end up having to do. Some of them we have to do more than others. Like this has been, so far out of all of them that I've done, the most extensive. You know, we've had to rip out walls and the ceiling and the flooring. So this one's kind of expensive, and it's not going to rent out for much.